both of you. Obviously, that was a huge accomplishment you guys had down in Miami. But how is it difficult to get that now out of your mindset to focus on such a big game coming up?
Yeah, it was a big accomplishment for us to go down there and make history. That was a big thing for us, accomplishing one of our goals for the season. But I think with this coaching staff, with Coach Brom, has done a really good job of instilling in us this one game season and just being able to kind of restart our focus. After we get back on campus or after the game is over. So we celebrated and we're really happy about the game, but I think we've already kind of turned the page and really have all our focus on this next game.
Yeah, I agree with Brian. Coach Brian always talk about one game mindset. So just that game was just big, just for the history of Louisville football. But now we got to turn the page and continue to keep building off our wins and get this next one, the biggest one.
Quincy, I keep hearing people talk about how you're a lockdown corner and they never throw your way. But you do lead the team in pass breakups, so they're throwing your way a little bit. Are you just making the most of your opportunities or what?
Yes, I try to make the most of my opportunities with the very few I get, but that just comes with preparation. Coach Ellis just tell me whenever the ball comes your way, you just make a play.
Obviously, Brian, growing up here, I guess where did you kind of stand on the Governor's Cup rivalry? And then Quincy, how much did you kind of learn about it after coming here?
Yeah, growing up here, I'm from Georgetown, which is maybe 15, 20 minutes away from Lexington, right in the backyard of Kentucky. So grew up going to Kentucky games and things like that. I would say most of my family, friends are Kentucky fans. I wouldn't say that I was either way, growing up, but you know, both my older sisters, they both came to University of Louisville and were athletes here, and so I understood this rivalry, and it is very personal to me, just being growing up in the state and being from so close to Lexington. But I wouldn't say growing up I was either way, but I learned pretty quick, especially once my sisters came to University of Louisville, kind of the to the degree of what this rivalry means, to the city.
Me personally, I learned very quickly, like being miles away, hours away. Like I ain't know nothing about Kentucky and Louisville football, but when I got here, like you could be 9-0 or 1-9, but if you win that game, you did something big. So like they take it real. That's like the championship game to the fans.
I think you were here 2 years ago. The game was pretty ugly. They won, as they have a number of times, pretty decisively. A lot of L's down. At the end of the game, it was mainly Kentucky fans in the stadium. Does that stick with you? Did it motivate you at all, or is that how do you deal with it, or do you just forget about it?
Absolutely. Like you said, they've won the past few games, and credit to them and the job that they've done in this game. But you know, just talking individually, that does stick with me. I do keep that in the back of my mind, and as I think anyone should or could. But and like I said, with me, it's a little bit different than some people on the team. We all understand the rivalry, no matter where you're from, just being a part of this program. But me, just being from the state and just being so close to them, like I said, most of my friends back from back home are UK fans, and that kind of thing. But that does stick with us. But we're focused on this game, and whatever happened in previous years doesn't really matter right now. So.
And how much tape have you watched of Kentucky? Have you watched a good amount already?
Yeah,
But
pretty good amount. Yeah.
does Walker kind of jump off the tape, the big guy in the middle of the line?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's a good. They have a lot of good players on their defense. He's definitely one of them, and he's done a really good job this season. So, for all of us on the offensive line, it's going to be a challenge for us to put out our best game against them and see what we can do.
Quincy, even though Devin is new to Kentucky, obviously you guys have played him before last year at NC State. I guess what do you remember about him, and how does that kind of help you guys this game?
Uh, just remember him last year. Like he's a good quarterback. Like no matter what teams he's gonna be on, he made good plays. He made bad plays. Just he in a new system, so he fairly new to it, but I feel like he's a smart guy. We just gotta adjust to him, and I don't think it's no biggie though. I think we can handle him. Just keep watching our film on him and keep doing what we do it daily in day out.
A question for both of you guys. Obviously, huge emotionally charged game, and you guys seem to know like the magnitude of it all. How do you go about balancing that with trying to stay emotionally grounded and not let emotions take over during the game, before the game, and all that?
Yeah, it's definitely a balancing act for rivalry games like this, but you know, just put credit back on the coaches and Coach Baum and this coaching staff. They've done a really good job all season of making sure we're grounded and making sure our priorities are straight going into each game. So, I have no doubts in my mind that they're going to do the same with this game, even though it does mean, a lot more than, some of the other games maybe. But, yeah, I mean, it's just going into the game, we got to focus on us and us, everybody doing our job so we can come out on top.
I agree with what he's saying, but also like Coach English always tell us like play with passion, not with ego. So don't let your ego get too big, where you can penalize the team and cost us the game or something like that. But that just fuels us to just play harder for real, just knowing how big the game is and come out there with a passion to win.
You guys are 10-1 going to the ACC championship game. You'll go to a good bowl game. Um, Very few people in this room or outside your locker room expected that. When did you guys were you guys convinced that this was a team that could do something like this?
Yeah, I really, saw this team. I saw a change in this team not too long after Coach Baum and the staff got here in the spring. We also have a lot of new guys on this team this year, a lot of transfers, some freshmen too. So that have played a lot. So it did take a little bit of time for us to kind of mesh together. But once we did, we knew it was going to be a special season. And so, credit to Coach Baum, credit to all the players and the whole coaching staff. I think they've done a really good job once again with making sure we all have that bond as a team, as units, on the offensive, defense, and specialists. And, we just go out every week and play together and play with that passion to win, like Quincy said. So, um, I would say pretty early on we knew that we could be special.
I say I caught a glimpse of it in the spring, like sitting back watching, like didn't know what I wasn't part of the spring, but just sitting back watching the team work and everything. Like it's like sometime in the spring when I seen our offense going against our defense, I was like, oh, this is different. Like our offense had a lot of stuff to them, and then with our defense, I could say like we got a lot of players on our defense. Like it's no really not one just starter. Like when the starter go down, the next person up, there's no drop off. So I knew like okay, we got to be something special. I never knew we were gonna be 10-1. Like, but I knew we was gonna be a real good team.
For both of you, how does your perspective on Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving week change from when you're a kid growing up and maybe you're with family and then you get here and you don't see your family at all? You have a big game coming up, but is it kind of like a bonding experience too? You maybe go to a coach's house or spend some more time with your teammates.
I got you. Yeah, since I've been in college though, I never got to eat Thanksgiving with my family. So like, but as you keep being in college, like being around your teammates, coaches, everything, they make you feel like family away from home. So only thing you missing is just the flavor of the food, I can say. But it's a bonding experience, getting to know different coaches and stuff. Just being around them during this time, knowing that you're missing your family, so they try to be real, like real affectionate towards you, so you won't be homesick.
Yeah, just to echo what he said, like he with me is also, growing up and changing into college, I've been, this will be 4 years, going on 5, that I won't be able to see my family on Thanksgiving, which, was tough, but, I think it is a real bonding experience for us as a team. Like he said, we spend every day together, most of every day together, so, um, we have that, it definitely is a family here on this team, so it does make up for it a little bit, being able to go to coaches' houses and spend the time Thanksgiving with all the people that we spend every day with anyway. So
Brian, acting jobs, Brian. Do you have an eight?
not at the moment. No.
And how would you assess the performance of the offensive line this year and the offense overall?
Yeah, I think I think we've done a really good job talking on the offensive line. At the beginning of the year we had a lot of new guys, so there was a little bit of a transition acclimation period with some of them, but they came in and we welcomed everybody. We also have a lot of veterans, so that experience I think helped us out a lot early on. But Coach Owens and Coach Fish have done a really good job with us, and just helping us understand what we need to do and how we need to be, how we need to take the field, and just kind of the bond in that room that we have really I think has reflected with our play on the field. And we've also had some younger guys and guys that haven't played as much in previous years step up with some injuries and things like that. So, I'm just really proud of everybody in that room, and proud to be a part of it. And as an offense, I think we have a lot of playmakers, and yeah, we've dealt with some injuries, but just like Quincy said, when somebody goes down, we have a lot of other good players in the room that can step up, and we don't miss a beat. So, that's just a credit to the kind of guys we have on this offense and on this team.
For both of you guys, obviously there's still a lot to play for with the Governor's Cup, the ACC Championship, presumably a New Year's Six Bowl. But with what you have been able to accomplish, have you guys been able to kind of soak that up, or really kind of reflect on what you've been able to do this season with in the seventh program, the program's seventh 10-win season, and going to ACC Championship for the first time?
Uh, yeah, we soak it up, but we always say it's one game at a time. Like we accomplished a lot, but we still got more to accomplish for real. So we just take it one game at a time and just say we congratulate ourselves because it's hard to win. So after the win, we see what we messed up on to get back to the next one so we can win again. So I say yeah, we soaked it up, but then we let it go so we can win the next one.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we've done, and I've seen most of this team do, is just the ability to stay in the moment. And we've had a lot of big wins and a lot of success this year. But like he said, we will celebrate it for a short period of time, and then we turn the page and go right to the next one because, like he said, it's hard to win in college football. So we have to go into the next week and prepare just like it's week one. Like it's that game is determines our whole season, which oftentimes it does. So just being able to stay in the moment and give everything you got that week to go out and have your best performance of your career, just like Coach Baum says.
Thank
Thank
you
you all.
guys.